Hi there guys, it's Helen from Slim and Stylish and thank you for joining me today for another Advent project. So I'm doing projects every day for the next 24 days or the past 20. I'm doing 24 days worth of back-to-back projects from the 1st to the 24th of December. And today I've got this gorgeous little bag. I don't know whether you call it a bag, there's not a handle. It's a pouch then, a treat pouch. And it's got two of these roses in the thin ones and it fits those in. I'm not demonstrating with fudges because I have eaten all the fudges. Working with Stampin' Up definitely does not help my diet because I have a big tin of sweets on the side of my desk and I eat them all. And then afterwards I wonder what I've got to put in the pouches I make. So these are what's going in this one. This one was in the Around the World DSP. I'm going to be doing this one in the Be Merry DSP, which is this one. You want 4.5 by 6.5 designer series paper. It is so simple, it really is. So you want your scoring board, there for you, and you want to score on the opposite side to what you want to use. So you want to actually score on this side. So on the 6.5 inch side first, you want to score it at 1 inch and at 5.5 inches. Turn it around 90 degrees and you want to score it at 1 inch. 1 inch, move my fingers out of the way, 2 inch, 3 inches and 4 inches. Okay, and that is all the scoring for this project. It's so simple. Right, what you want to do is you want to burnish the bottom part in like that, but you want to turn it then over and burnish this one that way. Okay, so you want one in and one out, so it gives you a Z like that. Okay, and then you can just go along and burnish all of the other fold lines together. So if we do that one, that one, that one, and that one. Okay, and then just fold that loosely just to make sure that it will go against the top, because that's going to be the top of your bag that folds back out. My baubles are upside down. Don't think there's much help for that. My baubles are upside down. If I'd have done it that way, if I'd have done it that way, they'd have been the right way. So let's fold that in. It's a good job this DSP moves with you. It's quite thick so that it doesn't rip. There we are. And then the top will have the baubles the right way around. Okay, slight amendment with that. I didn't really have to bother with this because wreaths could go any which way. So I didn't really think about it, but you have a look when you do it and see which side your designer series paper is not going to be upside down on. Okay, so taking your paper snips, fold it out. You want to cut in there and in there. That's on the thin strip here to create a little tab, and then just chop those off. Okay, in the bit that's going to be folding over, which is that, you leave that the same, but at the bottom, which is folding inwards that way, just snip up on each of these. Don't have to be that particularly neat about it. If you're unsure, you can make them into a tab like I usually do. I'm not going to on this because it's just the bottom of the box. Okay, take your fuse and you want to run it as close to the top edge up here as you can get, and then just stick that down like that. So then that gives you your box on. I don't know, that seems to be fine. Wonder why it's struggling to fold. Right, if you just run this down that tab there, I have got a silicone mat. I should be using my silicone mat. Very annoyed myself for not using it. I asked everybody on YouTube if they had one and what they thought of it and was it worth the investment. And everybody came back with raving reviews. They all thought that was brilliant. So I bought one and it's been great because it does hold everything in place and it stops me from getting glue on my grid paper at the bottom, which is great for me because I don't want to get glue on the grid paper. Just fold that over. Something's not lining up very straight here. I think it's me. I think I'm just being a little bit special here. Very wary that I don't want to get my head in my video. I did a time-lapse video. Well, when you're watching this, it will be a few months ago that I did the time-lapse video. And after recording it, I noticed that my head was in like every shot. I was so angry with myself. I mean, you're here and my head's here. I don't understand why it keeps getting in the way, but it does. So on these, you just want, I'm going to use my Tombow because it's just a little bit easier than the fast fuse once it's assembled. So I'm only putting a little dot on each piece. Okay. And then on the final one, I am going to use my fast fuse just to come in with my bone folder there. Just make sure it's all stuck. And that is really it for making your box. Find your join. So my join's there. So that is the back and this is my front. And all I need to do is just squash that in there. Just fold that down. Okay, and then your 2 roses they will just fit into there like that. Alright, to seal the box, all you need to do is use your 1/8 of an inch hole punch. And put that through and then get your ribbon. I haven't got my ribbon out. Bear with me 2 seconds while I go through my ribbon drawer trying to find it. There we go. I'm using the double stitched ribbon. So I'm using glue. Let's put that to the side. Okay, so you're just going to feed that through. It is a small hole, so what I recommend doing is just making a point. It just makes it slightly easier to get it through. And to pull it through. Same again on this bit now. What you do here is you want enough ribbon to wrap this all the way around the box and still tie a bow. Okay, so I'm just going to pull it a bit further. So you want to wrap it all the way around the box like that. You see that? Tight. Okay, my fingers aren't helping it. Then when you get back to the middle, you want to feed the ribbon underneath the front row that you did. Okay, so you want to go all the way around and then feed the ribbon through, so you have 2 pieces of ribbon like that. You should then just be able to make yourself a nice, neat little bow at the top of the box. You need a thin ribbon for this, really, and you also need it to be a little bow because the box is just so small that if you had a big bow on it, you would lose the essence of the box. So do that there, and I don't know why you've stuck through there. Let's just let's just cheat and poke you through. I don't really want to be doing another bow. I'm going to give you a little hint. If you ever use a utensil to push the ribbon through, make sure you use your scoring tool and not your paper piercer. Just a little hint, because I used the paper piercer, and although it picked the ribbon up very nicely and it was so easy in a way to pull it through, it put a huge hole in the ribbon. And then the ribbon looked pretty naff. So your piercers, your scorer is just a little bit softer. It has to be because it's going through the paper. So there you go. That's the bow. Then for the sentiment, I used this sentiment here from the Seasonal Chums that says Merry Christmas. Oh, I've already put it on my block. It's over here. I'm going to do this in Old Olive. The two colours do go together, but I'll show you why I want to do it in Old Olive. It's because I want to come in with this stamp set here, Brightly Lit Christmas, and just use this little bit here. It's supposed to fit inside the wreath, but I think it looks quite nice as a decoration. So I just want to use that on there. Okay. 3/8 of an inch, 1 3/8 of an inch, sorry. And punch. Looks like I wrote on that piece of paper. Ignore my writing, it's going to be stuck to a piece of cardstock anyway. 1 1/2 of an inch circle punch. Bit of Tombow on the back of there. Hide my writing. Oh, that's why I needed the silicone mat. There's no point bringing it in when I was doing the scoring and not when I was doing the gluing. Right, and just a slight bit of Tombow, so that's the top. Run it straight down the middle there. There we go. That is your simple and easy tube box, which should have been a lot simpler and a lot easier to do, but I messed up with the folding of the top, and then I had to play with the ribbon. So there you go. Right then guys, join me tomorrow for another advent treat. Thank you.